I wrote this book initially as a way to digest all that I experienced, both emotionally, physically, and spiritually. But it eventually became a different purpose in that I started to see on a societal level how men and women interact and what we do to each other and what we project upon each other. And to me there was an even deeper story there in terms of the sexes and our understanding. I don't think I would assume that I'm a better man. I think it depends on the personal taste of the person deciding that question. So, for example, I'm one of those guys that leaves my socks and underwear all over the floor. I can at times be self-absorbed or arrogant or irritating in that typical male fashion. But what I do think that I bring to a relationship is a certain level of empathy. I do know what it's like to walk down the street and not have a moment's peace or have somebody interrupting your space because you're an attractive woman. I do know what it feels like to walk by a group of high school boys and know they're going to be saying something negative. I dedicated my book to the memory of David Reimer, and David Reimer is a boy who was raised as a girl after a circumcision accident and was the cornerstone for the theory that we are all born with blank minds that can be shaped in either direction. David ended up going through many of the surgeries I did because that experiment was a disaster. And I read some of that same research before I did my own transition, and it became this obstacle where I thought, why can I not fight or make peace with this body? Why do I have to fight it? And now I know that there's over 40 years of research that shows how the brain is getting shaped in the womb, and that there is a biological gender basis happening. One of the reasons that I went through 15 surgeries was that until every last piece was in place, I wasn't at home. And so after having gone through all of that, to use any other label than man feels like a betrayal to that truth and that effort.